And we start with breaking news in Midland. About 5 hours west of Dallas, police are responding to an active shooter situation. The city's mayor says one person was killed and 11 were shot. One known suspect is detained. Police have blocked off the area around where the shooting took place, and we're working to get more information and bring you updates from Midland throughout the day here on air and WFA+. Day 2 of the 2026 World Cup. After an exciting first day, the U.S. men's national team will lace up their cleats for tonight's match against Paraguay. Kickoff in California is at 8 o'clock, and before that, Canada will have its opening match in Toronto this afternoon. Tonight's matchup between the U.S. and Paraguay will be the first World Cup match in the U.S. in nearly 32 years, bringing both opportunities and expectations for the team. Players wrapped up their last practice in California yesterday. The Netherlands knocked out the U.S. in the round of 16 in the last World Cup back in 2022. But now that the team's roster is filled with top stars, expectations have never been higher.
The United States men are not expected to win. But in this tournament, because of the group that they have and because they're playing in their backyard, I think it's quarterfinals or bust, and the players know it.
Also keeping those expectations high, as most will be heading to Fair Park to watch the game. You're looking at video from the sea of fans for Mexico's opener yesterday. Here's Tiffany Liu.
The FIFA Fan Festival officially opened yesterday, and the showing was incredible. It was absolutely packed. If it's any indication of what we're going to see today, I want you to take a look at this video from yesterday. People showing up with flags and jerseys, just so excited about opening day of the World Cup. This is meant to be the largest watch party in North Texas, and it did not disappoint. We can expect much more of that today ahead of the U.S. men's national match. And while fans are coming here for the games, they're also getting a very special experience. So many activities out here, including this wonderful exhibit featuring 26 women with an impact on sports through STEM. And I have joining me right now Dr. Sophia Ullman. It's you.
I know. I know.
Beautiful in statue version and in real life.
Thank you so much.
Tell me about what you do.
So I'm the director of the Movement Science Lab at Scottish Rite for Children, and we use motion capture technology to evaluate the movement patterns of healthy athletes as well as our patients, from youth athletes to professional.
How did you get chosen to be one of 26?
I actually don't even know. I was nominated anonymously. I'm pretty sure someone at Scottish Rite probably nominated me, but I'm just so incredibly honored, and it's completely a surreal experience.
Tell me about what you hope that children will see out of these statues and what you hope they'll take away from it.
Yeah, I hope that the children that come to this exhibit see a career that they like and maybe want to scan a QR code and learn more about. I actually didn't know about my career path until I got to college. I didn't know it was a thing. And there's even some jobs here that I've never heard of. So I just really hope that the kids come, see the statues, scan the QR codes, and learn more.
How does this tie perfectly into FIFA and the Fan Festival?
Oh my goodness. I mean, all of us are involved in sports in different aspects. We have people of all different areas: marketing, entertainment, movement analysis, biomechanics. So it's really bringing a light to everything that's behind the scenes with the soccer world.
And it's so cool because it is exactly your height.
I know. Well, it makes me stand up straight.
I could tell it's you.
Yes, yes. They did such a phenomenal job. It's really, really nuts that this is so lifelike.
They really did a great job, and I think people will be surprised if they see you here today and see you right next to your statue.
I'll be here. I'll be here all day.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us this
you.
morning. We appreciate you. And the Fan Festival, it opens at 1 p.m. today. It goes until 11 p.m. Again, 2 matches will be shown here throughout the day. Let's send it back to you.
Well, if you're heading to Sunday's game from Dallas or Fort Worth, you'll want to take Trinity Railway Express to Centerpoint Station. Fans will board the train for a 20-minute ride, then walk 10 minutes to Dallas Stadium. You can also take the bus from Victory Station in Dallas and Fort Worth Central. So a lot of options. If you get to Arlington early, you might run into Team Netherlands' iconic double-decker bus. Thousands of Dutch fans will take part in the first orange fan walk of the World Cup outside Choctaw Stadium. The bus will lead the way to Dallas Stadium. The team's iconic double-decker bus will lead the march to the stadium at 11:15 on Sunday morning. So expect a lot of drivers on the road, a lot of people on the sidewalks as soccer fans make their way around. So Erica Lopez with us right now to talk about the roads, the closures, areas maybe you want to avoid, because this is a massive influx of people.
It's going to be huge, and not only with car congestion, but foot traffic, like we saw in some of those photos. DeSoto. So we want to help everyone be safe navigating the area, whether you're going to matches or whether you kind of want to avoid some of the mess. And we've got you covered. So let me get you started here. Let's talk about those closures around Dallas Stadium. AT&T Way, Cowboys Way, highlighted in orange on the map between Collins and Randall Mill. Those are going to be your big stretch of closures on any match day. So we'll get real familiar with those. Additionally, portions of Nolan Ryan Expressway will be closed. So these will all start on Sunday. And like I mentioned, we want you to be cautious of pedestrians, folks walking through the area. If you are driving, watch out for bicyclists as well. Take it slow and plan ahead when you're heading out to these matches. So 30 will remain open. That's, of course, a good main thoroughfare. It'll likely get pretty busy, though. So if you're looking for workarounds in general, if 30 is congested, 180, Division Street, Pioneer Street, 303 are going to be really good options there. As far as what we're seeing right now for your midday drive, 35E and Wheatland in Dallas County, we've got a crash. You can see this vehicle with some front end damage and the hood pop. Not a full closure out here, but we do have police out on the scene this morning if you're getting ready to travel on that southbound side into the DeSoto area along 35E. And then additionally, we've got some road work coming into the Richardson area for you this hour. Collins northbound as well. Looks like just that left shoulder, left lane closed. But as we saw on the map in general, taking you back to that, a lot of green elsewhere if you need to head out, run some errands, or headed to lunch this midday. We'll send things over to Colin now for a check of the forecast. It has been so muggy out there.
It has. I wish I had better news for you. And there's a live look at the airport. If you're new here and this is your first time to Dallas, welcome to the Texas heat. It isn't always like this, but a majority of the year it is. And this doesn't feel great. It's usually not this humid. This is like our neighbors down the road in Houston. That's what this feels like. We should typically be a little bit drier than this, but unfortunately, we have had very warm and humid air from the Gulf right down the road. Let's zoom in here. The World Cup 2026 returning to America here. Take a look. There's downtown. Let's zoom out, go back to Dallas Stadium now, okay? Now, for those of you in here for the first time, this is where the Dallas Cowboys play American football, okay? This is where they play. No one here will let you forget it. This is where the Cowboys are. But on Sunday, here's what we're looking at, okay? We're talking humid, mid to upper 80s. Now, the chance of storms is going up. So just a heads up, Texas wants to show off for you the heat and some storms. So some of these could have brief heavy rainfall through 9 or 10 o'clock. The good news is with the loss of daytime heating, those should fizzle out. They shouldn't be too much of a problem, just nuisance showers and storms that we'll have to monitor on Sunday. So right now, though, we have a cold front sitting to our north. Now, don't get your hopes up. It isn't all that you hoped for, okay? But it is sitting just to our north. We have some scattered showers and storms now pushing in towards the 380 corridor, McKinney, Princeton, Farmersville, west towards Salina, Denton, Frisco right now. So at the moment, these are weakening. Look, they've kind of pulsed down. That's to be expected here. We haven't had a lot of daytime heating. But one flash flood warning that will be expiring here in less than an hour here for Fannin County. Very small spot had some localized flooding that picked up. Nothing out ahead of it. What we are watching, and we'll talk about coming up, is that outflow could spark more storms along the I-20 corridor. Some of those could be briefly heavy this afternoon. More on that in your full weather hit coming up in just a few minutes. Kara?
Well, you're going to want to know that. And before you head out to watch the matches this weekend, we have everything you need to know, from watch parties, players to watch, and road closures, like Erica mentioned, on WFAplus.com/World Cup. Continuing our coverage of the war in Iran, President Trump says Vice President J.D. Vance could be heading to Europe this weekend for a potential signing to end the war. However, Iranian state media says the deal has not been approved on Iran's side. ABC's Perry Russum has more.
A U.S. official tells ABC News American forces shot down 2 Iranian attack drones, apparently trying to hit commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz, hours after President Trump claimed his war with Iran was over.
I don't know if you heard, but we ended the war with Iran today.
The last 24 hours has been filled with President Trump threatening strikes, backing down, declaiming once again he was close to a peace deal with Iran.
You have said before that Iran and the United States were close to a deal. It has not happened yet. Why are you so convinced that this time is different?
Because they've taken a pounding.
Hours earlier, Trump said the U.S. would soon be taking Karg Island, a crucial part of Iran's oil economy. Taking the island could involve troops on the ground, Trump acknowledging the American public might not be on board.
I don't know that America has the stomach for it, to be honest with you.
Trump calling off that attack, writing on social media. Discussions and final points have been, in both concept and great detail, approved by all parties involved. Trump says he believes Iran's supreme leader has already signed off, But this morning, Iranian media reports the 14-point draft has not been approved by what they're calling relevant authorities.
Until both parties accept the terms of the agreement in the signing ceremony, it's technically not an agreement yet.
Iran has not publicly signed off on anything President Trump is talking about, raising questions about whether this war will be over anytime soon. Perry Russom, ABC News, New York.
A fiery explosion rocked a Pennsylvania neighborhood. Look at this video, leveling 2 homes and damaging several more. Investigators believe leaking gas from a propane tank ignited, causing 2 other propane tanks to explode yesterday. Troopers say a woman and her son were inside one of the homes at the time of the blast. The 2 were able to make it out safely. Remarkably, when you look at that video, one neighbor carried a victim from the home. All 3 were taken to the hospital, and no word on how they're doing this midday.